Hey guys, and welcome to the show, and a million apologies for really neglecting the podcast. I've been fattening up the website, and today we did a load of filming for the Academy, and it took all day, and really preparing for it took half the week. And never underestimate, the effort that goes into recording things. The loads of work actually is in the uploading. And a bit of editing, although, I try to keep that to a minimum, but there's always a lighting issue. It might be raining, so the natural light's really low, so maybe I put too much light, and it's overexposed. All of these things. Anyway, I overexposed things today, but I what I did was okay. We were making daisies today, colouring in daisies, and I want to do a little review of these wonderful pens. This podcast is really about Xenocolour or Xenocolour Expert Series fabric markers. These are my new goddess. They're so brilliant. You can use these, right, for fabric. I mean, they're called fabric pens, but you can also get this. You can also use them on things like trainers. You can use them on stones. Have you seen anybody ever do that? You get a big flat stone and you decorate it. It looks really lovely. It makes a perfect gift for Christmas. I thought we're coming up to Christmas. That would be really good. So I'm going to try and find a big flat stone for us. I mean, I'm sure there are places you can buy them, maybe pet shops or somewhere like that. Because they're the sort of thing that would go, in a vivarium or something. But the other thing you could do, I mean, I live really near to the beach, so you could go and you could find shells and stuff, and you could decorate little shells with, beautiful, daisies. I mean, we did daisies today, but you could do landscapes, and you could do oriental things, floral, sort of chinoiserie things. These pens they're very, very liquid. So as you use them, the liquids, it doesn't gush out like it does with acrylic pens if you put too much in, but they're very wet. So they're wetter really than felt tips. And this means that you can, when you're using certain materials, especially fabric where it seeps in and takes a bit longer to dry, you can blend like a watercolour. Absolutely fantastic. So the other thing I did today on the video, well, the only thing I did really, because I'd done my fabric painting yesterday, was I used them on paper, and I did quite a stylised daisy that used a lot of colours. These colours are so vibrant. In fact, the paper version was more vibrant than the version I did on the fabric because, of course, the colour seeps into the fabric a bit more, so it loses some of that intensity. Do you see what happens? Now, if you go along and subscribe, you can subscribe as a child, but you have to get your mum and dad to do it, for $5.99 pounds. I'm not sure what that is in dollars. It's a bit more, is it? Or is it a bit less? I always get really confused. I think it might be a bit more. But it's not more. It's exactly the same, but it sounds more. And that's pretty reasonable. So I've put up, there's quite a few videos already, actually, and I'm quite pleased with how wonderful it's looking. But if you go to the site, right, Telltale Club site, or iServalan.com, that'll get you there too. If you go onto the page that's Academy TV, Arts Academy TV, you can also see underneath all of the videos that I did today, which you have to be a member for, underneath you can see all the free videos. And those are really fabulous. They're not quite as in depth, I suppose, as the ones I did. I talk like an proper art teacher and really get into the nitty-gritties of it all. But there are some great YouTube shorts I put up and really fun stuff, like how you can make animals with your hands, just drawing around your hand. Really cool stuff like that. So if you're not much of an artist, but you'd quite like to have a bash, those I would really recommend for you. But you know what? If you can, do subscribe, because I'm going to create some really beautiful stuff here. I also did, on Saturday, I launched my new label, which is Eco Savage. And I'm painting. That's why I got these fabric pens, guys, because I'm actually painting onto clothes. I mean, I call it painting. It's more like painting than drawing with these colours. It really is. So you'll be able to see me doing that as well every week, because I'm going to be doing, 1 or 2 items for the shop. Okay, so I'm going to share that with you, share how I do it, because it's super fun. It's really, really fantastic. And I just wanted to talk. I wonder if I should do it in another broadcast. I'll tell you what, I'll sign off now. So what I'll do is I'll put on the Academy blog, right? We've got a blog just for the Academy of Arts, and I'll put on there, or I have already uploaded a blog post. But what I'll do is I will add the links to this company on that blog post, and everyone can access that blog post. Okay. Because it's just totally and utterly wonderful, the things that you can do with these. And you know what? I bought them on Amazon, unfortunately. I don't really like Amazon, just because, it just seems to be taking over the world. Did you know? I just found out, actually, that most of the big companies around the world use Amazon's servers, their data servers, to run their businesses. I mean, we're all so beholden to Amazon, aren't we? Anyway, I'm not going to slate Amazon, but I would have preferred to have gone straight to the company, but I didn't quite discover them until after the fact. But also, I mean, the thing about Amazon is if you've got Amazon Prime, you do get it the next day. And when you're an artist and you're excited about materials, you want them the next day. Now, these fabric markers, Xena on Amazon Prime, next day delivery, if you want that, if you've got that. I mean, I use my mum's. It's a bit of a heads up, Everything goes to hers, and I just go and get it from there. She's only around the corner. They were like $6.99 or something, $5.99. Same as a membership to the Telltale Academy. And I've got about, 10, 12, and they're absolutely superb. Honestly, they're so worth such value for money. And I found them because I just Googled what are the best fabric markers, and everybody was raving about them. And I'm raving about them as well, because they're just utterly fantastic. So I'll put a link on the blog post. So that blog post is already live, but I update it, and by tomorrow it'll go all around my social media. Do you see what I mean? I do all the sharing in the morning. I can't be bothered to do it at night. It's getting quite late. So I'm going to do another little broadcast in a minute just about AI, okay? So, guys, we are back on target, and I'm looking forward to a fabulous week of really, art stuff and music, and really getting back down to all of the wonderful things that make life so exciting, and there's the therapy that you get, when you do things like this, when you colour, when you create, when you make art, when you feel part of a group of people who are special. Artists are special, Creative people, it takes a lot of courage to be creative, a lot of courage. And, if you're listening to this podcast, you're probably one of us, And if you're not, come over to the website and have a look.